everyone, this is Nimish, and finally the Raees trailer has been released in style. For the longest time we have been waiting for this trailer ever since the teaser came out early last year with the teaser and trailer of fans. So it came that long ago and we have been waiting for it, and finally it's here and it is outstanding, mind-blowing, fantastic. It has surpassed all my expectations that I could possibly have about this movie, because I was just wondering, what this movie might be about, what this trailer might be about, whether it'll go wrong. I hope Shah Rukh Khan gets it right this time. For the longest time I've been wanting to watch Shah Rukh Khan in a gangster role, in an Indian gangster role, ever since I watched Shootout at Lokhandwala, Once Upon a Time in Mumbai, even Shootout at Wadala, and all these very gangster movies which normally Ajay Devgan, Sanjay Dutt and such actors are always roped in for in those roles. I've always wondered, why don't they cast Shah Rukh Khan in such a different role? Why is it always that he gets stereotyped in playing Shah Rukh Khan and playing himself? So why don't they take him in such roles, Indian nitty gritty bad roles? Because his villain roles, his dark characters are my favorite, as we've seen him in Dawn 2 and many negative roles which he's done much earlier like Bazigar, Dar, etc. So finally he's here, and this trailer is as outstanding as can possibly be. We see Shah Rukh Khan playing Raees in the most Indianized avatar, and the movie has everything. It has romance, it has action, it has suspense, drama, it has the complete masala entertainment elements, including Sunny Leone. I'm sure there's an item number from her. So this movie has everything it could possibly have to make it a perfect entertaining gangster flick. We see that this movie is a journey of Raees right from his young age, his love stories, to becoming this complete bootlegger, complete gangster, kind of a don whom Nawazuddin Siddiqui, the police, is kind of chasing. And this movie seems as power-packed, masala, mass entertainer as can possibly come from Shah Rukh Khan. And in the longest time, I think this is going to be one of the finest movies of Shah Rukh Khan that can ever be. The styling is retro, the looks are retro, the music is retro, and everything and every feel about it perfectly met at least my expectations about what I always wanted to see him in. Because as I said, when I watched movies like Shootout at Lokhandwala, which I think was a very good movie and well crafted, I always wondered why they couldn't make it with a much higher budget, with a much better star cast, in a much more fantastic way, with these larger than life actors like Shah Rukh Khan. And finally, when they've done it this time, they've got it completely right. They've got the formula right, they've got all the elements put in there to make a perfect dish to serve us, and it looks fantastic. One concern that I do have is that I hope this film does not get over filmy. I hope it does not cross that kind of fine thin line that's there between making a film a very good film and making it extra filmy. Now the perfect examples I can give you is Once Upon a Time in Mumbai, which itself was an outstanding film, an outstanding entertainer, and although it was on that borderline of just crossing, it didn't cross that line of being over filmy, over dramatic, ridiculous. It was outstandingly perfect. Another movie that kind of crossed it because of the tonalities that they used was Shootout at Wadala, which I have watched many times just for the entertainment purpose. But it became too filmy, it became too cliched, it became everything that you already knew was going to happen in the movie was there in Shootout at Wadala, and so there was nothing new to it, and that's why it didn't do extraordinarily well. And still Shootout at Lokhandwala is a better movie as compared to Shootout at Wadala. So that there's a very thin line, if you know what I'm trying to say, to cross and become a little over filmy. And in some parts of this trailer, especially towards the end, when they showed Sunny Leone, when they showed these fighting sequences and this kind of Shah Rukh Khan walking in a complete mass style and looking in that raging eyes, that's when I started getting a little kind of freaked out as to I hope this movie does not, I hope this presentation is only for the trailer, and I hope that the movie itself, it's presented in a very realistic fashion, so that it doesn't become overly commercial and crosses that line, and then people start saying, oh god, this is a complete over the top entertainer and it loses its realistic elements and stuff like that. Because that's bound to happen when people feel that a movie crosses that kind of line. But I'm sure it's only for the purpose of the trailer that they made it so kind of edgy, fast, racing at the end, and made it look so masala, blockbuster entertainment kind of value to it. And I'm sure that in the movie it's presented in a circumstantial way, in a situational way, and we don't get to kind of see like this movie is getting out of hand or this movie is crossing its barrier or boundary that it should not cross, so that it is considered a good movie, it's considered a great movie. Raees was initially supposed to release with Sultan, and I'm glad it didn't release with Sultan, because not only because of the debacle of Fan, which kind of gave a very negative impression of Shah Rukh Khan amongst the audience, saying that he's lost it, I don't think he can do well anymore. And in that negative kind of publicity, Raees might not have done well, and especially, of course, when you clash with Sultan, no movie could have possibly done well because it's Salman Khan. He is larger than life. There's no comparison with him. You can't possibly have a release with Salman Khan's movie. So I'm glad it didn't release, and it gave enough time for the audience to absorb Fan, to absorb Dear Zindagi, which is doing extraordinarily well, and come back to watch Shah Rukh Khan in this mind-blowing avatar. And he's given his complete fullest in this movie. He's given his best. He's put in all his effort, and it is clearly visible in the trailer, in his performances. He's given his blood and sweat to this movie. It looks absolutely fantastic, and his performance looks mind-blowing, terrific. 2016 has been, I've said this in a review of Dear Zindagi, which you can also check out on my channel, that 2016 has been a very crucial year for SRK because he's just turned the things around. He started working with new directors, and those films released in 2016. He worked with Manish Sharma in Fan and with Gauri in Dear Zindagi. Now, Fan was a good movie. Now, it didn't do well at the box office. Yes, the second half was very disappointing. Even I felt so. But overall, it was a great attempt from SRK. He put in his best. As the Fan, he played his part perfectly. And as himself, also, he played the part perfectly. It was an entertaining movie. For some reason, it did terribly negative. It got a very negative value at the box office. I'm not sure why. But, movies are unpredictable. And that happened with Fan. And then now with Dear Zindagi, with a small role, which is a crucial role but a very impactful role, he came back because that's a beautiful movie. It's a different character of him. It's a different role. It's a very subdued, calm, composed character that he plays, and that movie has been gaining a super positive response. And so he's come back in a very, very positive way. So 2016, as I said in my other review also, is a very crucial year and a kind of a turning point in this low phase of SRK, with movies like Dilwale, Happy New Year, not doing well in terms of public response and audience response and stuff like that. So this has been a very crucial year. It's a turning point. And although Raees was supposed to release this year, it's releasing just after this year. And I think that 2017 onwards, the fact that he's already working with new directors and working with some great directors going forward, including Raees. After Raees, he has the movie with Imtiaz Ali, which is also already gaining a huge hype and positive response, which also releases next year. And he has a movie with Anand L. Rai, who's a fantastic director who made Tanu Meds Manu. So he's got a good lineup, and going forward, this phase of his of the 2-3 years is going to transform him completely and take him to another level altogether. I watched Fan first day first show here in the US, and trust me, I went for it early in the morning, first day first show, and there were a bunch of foreigners who wore t-shirts of Shah Rukh Khan with Fan written on it. They wore caps of Fan, they had bags saying Fan, and they came dressed up completely. They were a group of 10 to 12. They were foreigners, and they came dressed up completely just to watch Shah Rukh Khan. And that's the craze of SRK. It is unparalleled. For no other Hindi movie that at least I have watched here in the past 1 year have I seen such a craze in the theatre for any other actor, especially from foreigners. So what SRK has achieved, and his popularity especially internationally, is so great that it is unmatched. And now with movies like Dear Zindagi, Raees, and everything else going forward, he's going to just become bigger and bigger and bigger. And Raees is going to be fantastic. Raees, that trailer was awesome. I'm sure all SRK fans loved it. But looking forward to it. I'm definitely going to watch this movie. Yes, Raees is also releasing with Kabil, which is a big issue. But I don't think that's an issue at all because there's no competition. As I said, SRK is so huge that there is no competition. I mean, only even the Hrithik fans are going to go and watch Raees. I'm pretty sure of that because you can't miss this movie, and it's going to be fantastic. And although the hype for Kabil, which even I'm very much interested in, is very high, I think both movies are going to do well, and all the fans have become interested in Kabil, whether they're Hrithik fans or not. Similarly, everyone is going to be interested in watching Raees. So both movies are going to do extremely well, and both the superstars are going to become in a much better place than they are today. So this trailer was fantastic. I hope you like this reaction and review. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and keep watching for more.